Hey, greetings everyone. Glenn Kellaway from the basement. Hope everyone is having a good day. Um, Today I wanted to talk about kind of a record rotation thing, I guess. Um, I find when I file my records away, they get lost, and then they don't get played as often as maybe they should. So I do this thing. I have a vinyl box. It's called heavy rotation. I don't know if I can show you or not. Okay, come on. Anyway, that's the box, and it says heavy rotation on the front. You're gonna have to trust me. And I do the same with CDs. Um, I try and rotate it after I've given these albums a few listens, unless there's something that's just I play constantly, and they stay there. And I just wanted to kind of go through the ones I have. Some are just because I got them new and I haven't had a chance to really listen to them enough yet. Others are just standbys that always seem to get played. First one I got for Christmas was Tom Waits' Bone Machine. I have given this one listen and absolutely loved it. Beautiful pressing. I think it's amazing. I got the Dylan Budokan. I have not played all four sides yet. Getting there. This I haven't played at all yet. My new Anushka Shankar record that I showed on my last video called Between Us, so it's got to get some play. Again, another one I picked up recently was Procol Harum's Shine On Brightly. I'm sure that's going to stay in here for quite a while. This Taste album I've been enjoying on the boards. Great album that I picked up for $15 brand new. On a big Rory Gallagher kick right now, and I was a big Taste fan, so. Rycooter, Paradise and Lunch, Mo-Fi pressing. This album always stays in my heavy rotation. It gets played a ton all the time. I'm a huge Rycooter fan. My favorite Rycooter album. Paul Butterfield Blues Band. There's a couple of those that are going to come up. That's their first debut album, which is fantastic, with Born in Chicago on it. I mean, Mike Bloomfield, wow. Incredible. Some Frank, the reissued Grand Wazoo that came out earlier this year that sounds amazing. One of my favorite Zappa albums. Zappa's always in heavy rotation in my house. Another album that never really leaves my side too much, Jefferson Airplane, Surrealistic Pillow. This isn't the greatest pressing in the world. I don't even know. It's just a reissue of some kind. I do have a Mo-Fi SACD that sounds absolutely amazing, so I kind of got the sound covered. I've been talking a lot about the Doobie Brothers and how great these early records sound. Once our Vices Are Now Habits, Captain and Me, and Toulouse Street all sound fantastic. Been really enjoying those and keep playing them. The other Zappa that came out was Waka Jawaka that came out with Grand Wazoo. Another great Zappa album and one that's getting a lot of playtime. A couple of the other Tom Waits albums that were reissued, Rain Dogs and Swordfish Trombones, both really good albums, and Tom's been getting a lot of love recently. My girl Lydia Loveless, this is her album called Real that came out a few years ago. Signed to Me, Happy 70th Birthday Glenn from Lydia. Love that woman. Sam St. John will like to see this. Marty Stewart's Way Out West. Sounds great on vinyl. It's a great album, man. Don't let it scare you that this is a country album. It's real twangy, really crosses genres. There's some country, but man, you need to hear this album. Great record. One of my favorite prog bands of all time, and one of my favorite albums of theirs, Caravan. This is a nice pressing too. It sounds really good. This was on 4 Men and a Beards or something label, but I think it sounds really nice. And it is called If I Could Do It All Over Again, I Would Do It All Over You. Another record that always stays in heavy rotation with me, Arthur Brown's Kingdom Come, and this one is autographed by Mr. Brown, which is a prized possession. Beautiful splattered vinyl, and one of my favorite albums, top 10 album of all time for me, Galactic Zoo Dossier. The other two Paul Butterfield albums have been getting a lot of love. Resurrection of Pig Boy Crabshaw and courtesy of my friend Marcia P., who gifted me this East West best Paul Butterfield blues album. My friend Jason Arsenault, I think, is going to agree with me there. Grateful Dead are never far from my heart, and I didn't have a lot of Grateful Dead. I had like 4 albums or something on vinyl. Everything's on. I got a massive CD collection. I just this year picked up American Beauty and Working Man's Dead, and I really love this In the Dark album. This is a great frickin' record with shades of gray on it. I love it. I like the Brett Midland period. Sorry, Deadheads. Joni, my favorite Joni Mitchell album, and also her album sounds so great on vinyl. Hey Jira, fantastic record. If you don't like Joni's kind of soprano thing that she does, those acrobatics, check out Hejira. It's much more accessible listening, I think. The Police, I've become a big Police fan this year, and their albums sound great. Synchronicity, Outlandish, D'Amour. I've got them all, but these are the 2 right now that I've pulled out because I've been listening to the hell out of the other ones. A couple more to show you. My favorite REM album, Document. Now, I'm probably going to file this. I'm not happy with this pressing. It sounds noisy or something. There's something about it. I can't get it clean that sounds real clear. But it is my favorite album, and I have it on CD. So I think I'm going to put it aside and put it back on the shelf. This was an album probably I should rotate out too, but I listened to a lot. Spoon, Lucifer on the Sofa. Great frickin' record if you've never heard this. Alt rock, I guess you would call it. Excellent record. Sting. I'm a big Sting fan. I was a big Sting fan before I was a Police fan, although I liked the Police before I became a huge Police fan. And his live album, Bring on the Night, is frickin' fantastic. That's kind of gets a lot of play in my house too. And of course, Tedeschi Trucks, one of my favorite bands. I Am the Moon. This is the first album, Crescent. I have them all on CD. This is the only one of the 4 I have on vinyl, but I'm a huge fan of that band. That is the vinyl taken care of. Now, CDs, I got about, I don't know, I should be able to yank them out pretty quickly here. Give me a second. Throwing all these records back. New Year's Eve coming up. I guarantee you, I will be in bed by 10:30. I missed the whole thing. I can't remember the last time I saw a ball drop on New Year's Eve. Mr. Party Animal. Okay, CDs. I'm going to try and bring this down and show you. Right at the bottom of my music stand. That's a whole bunch of CDs that are the ones that I'm all excited about and listen to constantly. Let's pull some out. Some of these are my best ofs from 2023. Paul Simon, I picked number 1 on my list. It made number 1 because Peter Gabriel's album hadn't been out long enough, and I now say Peter Gabriel's album is officially the number 1 album of the year. I can't get enough of it, but this is a great record. 7 Psalms, Paul Simon. John Hartford, I've talked about my love of John Hartford, and a gentleman gifted me this live album that he recorded himself off a soundboard when he promoted a John Hartford concert at a university in 1983, and it is fantastic. Just John solo, 2 CDs, great sound. Man, I'm so grateful for that. My friend Rob at Northern Revolutions talks about this guy all the time, and I picked this album up used, and it's actually pretty darn good. It's a good rock album. Matt Mays and El Torpedo. Check out Matt Mays. Pretty good stuff. I picked this up at charity shop or thrift shop, and it's the Division Bell. I love this album from start to finish. I think this is a really strong Pink Floyd album without Roger Waters. One of my favorite acoustic bands, Nickel Creek, and this is a great album. I think this is my favorite album of theirs, A Dotted Line. Fantastic record, man. You should check this out. If you like acoustic music, you like great playing, and you like good singing, I mean, this is just a great, great album. The Sadies, another Toronto band, well known. This is called Darker Circles. It's another album I picked up for like $2 or $3. Good record. Sir Douglas Quintet, Sir Douglas Psalm, Augie Myers. Man, doesn't get better than this. The Collection, Sir Douglas Quintet. She's about a mover. Peter Gabriel. I'm trying to fill in my Peter Gabriel catalog, and I got Up, Us, and Up always mixed up. This is Up, the last one before I.O. 21 years ago this came out, and I didn't give it much of a chance then, but I'm listening to it now, and it's a pretty good frickin' album. Dr. Feelgood, great blues rock. Some people call it pub rock from England. Dr. Feelgood, this is a live album they did called On the Job. Excellent, excellent. Just tap your feet rockin' album. Excellent. Great band. Of course, the aforementioned Peter Gabriel. What an album this is. I gotta pick it up on vinyl. I just have to. One of these days. Whitehorse, husband and wife duo from Toronto. I picked this up again at a thrift shop. Autographed. Great record. They do a cover of Bruce Springsteen's I'm on Fire. Oh, fantastic. See if you can look that up on YouTube, on Spotify or something. The album's called 6066. Whitehorse. Check out that song. I love this album. Some people are slamming me for liking it, but I think it's brilliant. Misadventures of Doom Scrawler, Dawes. I like that they took a chance and branched out musically. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, and they did this brilliantly, I think. My favorite Dawes album. Okay, next in the pile. I have been on an Ian Hunter kick, so more of that will show up, but I picked up this 30th anniversary of Never Alone with a Schizophrenic. It's getting a lot of play. John Mayall, Wake Up the Neighbors Wake Up Call with Coco Montoya on guitar and guest artist Buddy Guy, Mick Taylor, and Mavis Staples. Pretty good frickin' blues album. Pretty heavy for John Mayall. Michael Hedges, I talked about this. Great acoustic guitar player. One of my the greatest album I picked up in 2023 that I was introduced to is this one, Journey in Sach Dananda. I mean, just an incredible blues album mixing East Indian influences with harp and piano and sax, and Pharoah Sanders on here. What a brilliant, brilliant album that is. Rory Gallagher. I mentioned him earlier when I showed the Taste album. I'm just on such a Rory Gallagher kick. Rory Gallagher Irish Tour 74, which is an incredible live show. Blueprint, which is a great album. Love this one. Rory, released posthumously and all acoustic. Bela Fleck, banjo player, plays on this even. It's a great record. I think John Fahey's on there. Right behind Alice Coltrane's album that I just said was the best album I picked up in 2023. The next one would be Billy String's Home. This is a great record. Is he part of the bluegrass community? Yes, but this album is much more than that, and this guy is a sensational guitar player. I highly recommend you listen to this album. I don't care if you get scared off by the genres, just give it a listen. Check this guy out on YouTube, watch him play a guitar. I mean, just phenomenal. Great musician, amazing talent, Billy Strings. Cat Powers, one of the albums I ranked for best albums of the year. The Royal Albert Hall 1966 concert where she reenacts the Dylan concert from 66. Brilliant. Does such a good job. And I like that she doesn't try and pretend to be Bob Dylan. Like everything is, she uses her own vocal style. It's great. Album I just picked up. I've played it a couple times. The Third Mind 2. Can't highly recommend enough you checking out The Third Mind, the first album. and this one, Third Mind 2. Both just great guitar albums. More Rory that I just picked up, Deuce. Been checking it out. I've listened to it through a couple times. Great album. The Rycooter comp that I picked up at a thrift store for $2.99. I can't believe how good this is. There are even some tracks I have never heard before. So this is brilliant. Getting a lot of love. And of course, I keep talking about this. Marsha P. Introduced this on our album exchange. Please be watching that on Larry Graves' channel, The Canadian Stud Muffin. Eddie Vedder's Into the Wind. Oh, this is right in my wheelhouse. Just perfect. Love that album. The new Steve Hackett, well, the latest one that I picked up, Foxtrot Live and Hackett Highlights live in Brighton. Man, can this guy play guitar? I just love these. Brilliant. And I'm going to close with another Ian Hunter, a comp, Once Bitten, Twice Shy. Fantastic comp. If you want to get into Ian Hunter, I can't think of a better place to start than grabbing this comp. It is fantastic. I don't think they're out of 38 songs, there's not a bad song on it. Not one where I went, no, that's not so good. Amazing. What a talent. So that's it. That's my kind of heavy rotation pile that kind of gets rotated every once in a while. The CDs more get added to rather than taken away because I'm still playing all these. The albums I got to address a little bit. We'll be back soon with another video. Everyone have a great day. Thank you so much.